As soon as I heard that things were shutting down, I knew that I had properties to rent in June, and I was wondering how I was going to do it.
It was the first of many lessons Arlene would learn as a rental property owner in a pandemic.
A couple of tenants thought that they didn't have to pay rent. They said, we're just going to pay what we can pay, and never paid anything. I had to go to a lawyer for help.
Philadelphia's city council was passing emergency COVID-19 housing laws that were doing the opposite of what they intended.
Members of council came up with programs or plans that were designed more as feel-good outreach to constituents. In essence, it became a green light for tenants to not pay rent.
Hapco Philadelphia member Andy Barrios felt another side effect of the pandemic.
I had just rented it out to a lady, then she lost her job. She packed her stuff and left. She texted me after she was gone. So what started flashing on my mind was, oh my God, how am I gonna pay these mortgages? How am I gonna pay all these banks? All the repair loans.
But what the city was suddenly mandating in a crisis, Hapco Philadelphia members have been doing for years with their tenants, communicating, educating, and mediating in order to waive late charges and set up payment plans.
It did get uncomfortable at times because I had to ask her a lot of personal questions. Do you plan on staying? Do you have any other place to go? She's from a single parent household. Is your mom getting a stimulus check that could help you with this rent as well?
By communicating with them, following up with them, calling them, letting them know we were going through it together, I think that really helped.
That felt good. That felt good. Because I wanted to work with them, and they didn't stop paying rent.
The so-called eviction crisis that many tenant advocates claimed the pandemic would cause has been avoided by most Hapco Philadelphia members so far. But continued passage of conflicting laws that supposedly help tenants create financial peril for rental property owners, leaving little choice but to protect themselves.
Everything that the city is doing. People are just realizing that it just doesn't make sense to be a landlord anymore in the city. They keep going down this path, they're not going to have small landlords. So they need to hear from you. They need to hear your stories. They need to hear what you're actually going through.
Landlords and tenants need each other. One can't operate without the other. There needs to be mutual respect.